Okay. All right. So you guys are welcome again to this session. All right. So as I said, you are welcome to Prime Insight. This is Prime Insight. My name is Vivian. You already know me, and we are going to be taking Excel from beginners to intermediate. I don't like to say advanced because advanced is when I say advanced in Excel, I always think of macros, VBA, and all those kind of Excel. However, be rest assured that you guys are going to know every single thing at least that you need to be able to use Excel without like really being scared that I want to do something on in Excel and I don't know how to go about it. So you already have your course outline, which I'm going to share now again with you all. Please tell me that you can see your course outline for this class.
It's not very
Prime
visible.
Insights curriculum.
Okay, 100%.
All right, great. So this is what we are going to be um taking for this session. We're going to be doing Excel interface, which which I've already shared part one of the pre-recorded video. At the end of today, I'm going to send part two. The reason why I cut it is so that you guys can watch the video and understand it as we progress. So that your learning is continuous. You understand? It's not like okay, I will just bombard you guys with the video and then expect that you guys just understand wholeheartedly and then we'll move on from there. You understand? So I will send you part two at the end of today's class, and you are expected to watch it before tomorrow's class. Understand? Then at the end of
Okay.
tomorrow's class also I'll send you the final recording of um Excel interface, right? That's introduction to Excel. Now, for this class, we're going to be starting with introduction to spreadsheet. When I say spreadsheet, I believe you already know what spreadsheet is because it was explained in part one video. So, we're going to be looking at space special, filtering and sorting, formatting, conditional formatting, find and replace. As we start the class, you know that there's a difference between formatting and conditional formatting. Find and replace in Excel, protecting a sheet in Excel, customizing a worksheet, named ranges, cell referencing. Right now, these are very important for you to know, and I will actually encourage you all not to be scared. At any point you do not understand the grammar or the magic I'm performing, I'd like you to please call my attention. I will do well to reiterate myself again and again until you grab what I'm trying to say. And the reason why I'm saying this is because of self-referencing and name range. So over time, since I've been taking people, I know that these two are places that okay, they find somehow I don't want to use the word difficult, but they find it as a challenge at least at the beginning, at the get go. But the beautiful thing about it is once you um understand the basics of this cell referencing and name range, you are good to go in Excel. Like you're good to go, right? So that when you start doing functions and formulas and things like that, it's not going to be like magic. Do you understand? So we're going to also look at that tomorrow. We'll look at some basic Excel functions and formulas, if and if or some math functions like your sum if, count if, average if, and some other formulas. We'll look at data cleaning in Excel where we talk about trim, a lot of structure to data cleaning. Look at that. Look at index and match. The reason why I separated index and match from your lookups is because quite a number of people find it difficult to use index and match, right? However, it is one beautiful, I always call it power function. It's a powerful Excel function that you should learn, you should know how to do. So we're going to look at index and match, we look at data validation in Excel. Then on day three, you can see that the way we're progressing, right? So on day three, we're going to something a little bit much more advanced. We look at date and time functions. We look at how to use today function, date, dated, if, year, month, day, convert date, wage and all of that. I know you'll be appreciative of this one very well. And even you too now, I know, because we deal with dates a lot now in Excel. For instance, now, I know you that send birthday messages and you have their dates, like date of birth, but you want to see how old they are actually. As of today, you can just do one or two functions like that will convert it to their current age without you counting one, two, three, and all of that. Then we look at lookups, VLOOKUP, X lookup, H look H lookup. So if you guys are using Excel 2013, X lookup, H lookup will not work on your Excel software. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. So, and the reason is very simple. X lookup, H lookup are very new Excel functions that came out, I think, 2023 now. That thing came out around 2021, ending of 2022, right? So, if we are going to do it, trust me, I'm also using 2013, so I don't have that in my system. But we are going to be using the web version, right? When we get there, I'll show you how to go about that one, just so that you know that there's this kind of functions and these are what you can do with the function. Do you understand? Then we look at what if analysis. Trust me, what if analysis is an advanced Excel. It's one of all those advanced Excel, but it is simpler to understand, and that is why I'm bringing it into our class. Do you understand? So what if analysis, we look at it, that's how to use scenario managers. Let me just briefly explain that. That one is if you want to, for instance, you are doing like a planning, you're a business person, let me use that as an example, and you want to plan ahead. You want to know, okay, oh, how many blah 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 will I spend, what kind of game will I make, and all of that. But you just want to forecast, right? You don't know, but you can predict, you can forecast. You use scenario manager to do that. So some other kind of what if analysis, we have goal seek, solver, data table, blah blah blah. That one is way too advanced Excel, that if you decide to progress from there, you understand, you can do that. Now we're also going to be looking at pivot table in Excel, pivot chart. There's what we call pivot table in Excel. There's what we call pivot charts in Excel, different from the normal charting in Excel. Then we look at Power Query. Power Query is also very important if you want to start going into data modeling in Excel. That one also is an advanced stage. But don't worry, I won't bore you guys. What I'm going to take you here is the elementary parts. We're not going to the magic, so that people will not go and swear for me. So take the elementary parts that will give you very good understanding of how to use it, when to use it. Do you understand? Then we look at charts, different kind of charts we have in Excel, when we should use this particular kind of chart, when you should not use this type of chart, how to do some designs in charting and all of that, how to use filters and sliders in charting, and also look at simple dashboarding in Excel, right? So those are the things. Now there's also what we call power pivot, and all of those things are like advanced. You can see the power pivot, advanced dashboarding, macros, VBA, blah blah blah. That is like way too advanced, right? But for the course of this session, this is what we're going to be looking at in our class. Ooh, so you guys are up for a roller coaster. And for us to be able to achieve all of these, trust me, once we start, you will not even know when the time will start flipping. I'll beg us to please, let's come in early so that the time that we've allocated, we'll be able to cover as much, so that we'll not do plenty carryover of courses. You understand? Any question at this juncture before I proceed? Any question, people of God?
Okay, Vivian,
Yes, sir.
please,
When I was
what?
starting tomorrow.
Is that question number
When
one?
I was starting tomorrow.
Question number two. Well, I said number two. We're starting 2 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. to 6. I know Luapo is here now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what will it take for us to get the new version of Excel?
You go and pay Excel now. Pay Microsoft. Go and pay Microsoft now and buy the license. Or better
So
still, if
And
you
that,
go to all these our our IT people, I don't understand those people. Our IT people in I want to say MBA. I don't know. Maybe you can beg any of them if they have a newer version, maybe the crack version or something, they can give it to you. Me, I asked. They're just looking at me as if that they don't know what I was saying. Me, I don't know.
Because they don't know now.
No, they know. They know,
They are
but
looking as if they don't know because they don't know.
no, they know. Because especially with Dari, most times they don't like to give things out. Like it's not like they don't know. They know all of those things.
Me, I don't know for them. So me, I just left them. That's why I don't like to interface with them because it's like you ask A, they'll be looking at you as if maybe you are speaking in tongues. Oh, I beg. Well, that's how to get teacher. Or maybe you go to all these computer village. There are some people there that always give out these versions. So you can just tell them to install it. But they
You
should not go
buy,
and put
you buy,
virus in your system. Oh.
no, you buy.
I know your hands is up.
Hand has
So
been, his hand has
is
been
my
up.
hand up?
Yes, sir.
Since morning, your hand has been up.
Sorry.
Uh,
I didn't notice my hand was paining me. It has been up since. How do we know the version we are using presently?
I think it's going to be on your Excel. Where's my Excel? Okay, this is my Excel. Let me see if I can figure that
Maybe
out.
I'm using 2023 now.
Let's check info.
Mine is 2016. You
20,
just know when
you are using modern one, no? Ah,
me,
wow. 2016 is still recent now. Is
mine
it?
is 2016.
Yes, no. I'm looking for where I will see it though.
Just go on.
What am I sharing? How did you find out your own?
I just clicked on the Excel. I've even closed it. I'm trying to open it again.
Usually
I'm
it's
still
supposed
on
to
it.
show here. I think in info or so. But
When mine comes up again, don't know I
the,
closed
the,
it.
the, the anyways, we'll figure that one out
Yeah.
later. But it's supposed to show somewhere around there. The. Anyways, now let's proceed to account. See accounts here. When you go to account, see it. Okay, mine is 2016. Oh, you guys, please, mine is
Okay.
2016. So if you go to account, you will see your the word that I use it. Then you can also update also from here too. However, but the update is update on the one that you have. Oh. It's not like updating to 2019 or something like that. So that's the thing with Excel. Okay, so please confirm that you can see my sheet introduction to a spreadsheet.
Mine is 2016 as well.
Eh?
Mine is 2016 as well.
Okay. Then I don't think 2016 can do it though. Let me check. No, it cannot.
No problem now. We'll
We'll do the
when we get to the bridge,
somebody want
we'll
on
cross
gen
it.
and is let me see if I can turn off my screen. My this thing. Aha. So that we can focus. Sorry, give me a minute.
All right. I need it.
I need to go to the sitting room. And sorry, stay there. Alright guys, so sorry about that. I am back. And we're going to be starting the class now. We already have that sheet I sent to you guys, Abby. The introduction to spreadsheets.
Yes.
All right. Now, first and foremost, in the introductory video I sent to you guys, I explained what's it called, interface to Excel. However, we did not touch what's it called now, the menus, isn't it? I just explained what a cell is, a range is, formula
Mm.
bar, name bar, and all of that. What I did not touch is different menus, like in home tab now. This is what we are going to see there. In insert tab, this is what you are going to see there. In page layout, this is what you are going to see there. It's always it also explained. Now we are going to follow that what's it called? We are going to follow the um, curriculum, right? So that once I send you the other ones, you understand what I'm talking about. But first and foremost, we know what a row is and what a column is. That one, I'm pretty sure we understand that. And also, we also know that what you have here are your worksheets, and this is a workbook, right? We also know that this is a scroll bar, and you can zoom in and zoom out from this panel. We also know that we can get information of what you have, like a summary version of what you have, by looking at this panel. Oh, by looking at this panel that has average, blah, 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 and all of this thing here. So if I click on a particular column, I will see the count or the sum or the average of the information I have in my data or my worksheet, right? So please, can someone tell me the first thing that we have on our curriculum? Let's be lively. Oh. First thing we have on our curriculum is what?
Where the curriculum sheet to?
Students.
We've closed it now. It's not here. Let's look for it.
All right, now let me tell you
You
what it
you know
is.
I wiped my
Don't
phone
worry,
now.
let me
I
tell
don't
you
have
what
it
it
again.
is. Let me tell you what it is. So the first thing that we have is paste special, right? That is what we have first on this thing. So let's go to paste special. Now in Excel, we have what we call copy and paste. So we have what we call cut, copy, and paste. And we also have what we call paste special. Now, for your cut and your copy, is understandable. Like you guys know what to cut. To cut is to take a particular information or a value, take it out totally from where you placed it, and then transfer it to a different cell. That is what cut means. For instance, this is class one, and I want to take it away from A2 and transfer it to F3. So I will just come click on the A2. I'll go to my home tab where you have the scissors icon. You cut it. As you click on it, you go to F3, that is the address bar. You can see it's F3, and then you go to paste and you click on, and then you will see that it has transferred information from A2 to F3. Very simple. That is cut. Copy, however, is to duplicate, right? Meaning I have something in a particular place, I still want it in that place. However, I also want it in a different location. So now I have it in F3. I still want it in F3, but I also want it to be in F2. So I'll go to F3, click on F3, right? I'll go to copy. That's this guy here. I'll click on it. I'll come to A2. I'll go to the address and I'll click on paste, and then it duplicates it. Very simple. Understand? So we've done copy and paste, blah, blah, blah. In Excel, please take note. There are there's always more than one way to go about doing something in Excel. So you can always, for instance, I want to copy
Okay.
now. I went to my home tab, I went to clipboard menu, and I clicked on cut or whatever, whatever. Good. Another way I can do it is to use my keyboard shortcuts, isn't it? I can do Control plus C to copy, Control plus V to paste. I'll send you Excel shortcut documents later. I'll do Control plus V to this thing and to paste, and it's going to paste for me, right? Control plus X to cut, and it will cut it for me, right? So that's the second way. Another way to go about it is to right click on what you want. For instance, I have this class here. I'm going to right click on it, and then a menu bar will appear. When the menu bar appear, you see cut copy. You can do any one that you want, and it's going to also do it for you. So these are just three ways now I've showed you on how to do cut and copy. Now there's what you call paste special. Now paste special means yes, I have copied, or yes, I have cut whatever information I need. However, I don't just want to paste it. You know, when you copy, what you are doing in copying is that you are copying everything. You are copying the value, you're copying the format. For instance, if it is colored like this guy is here now, you understand, it has been formatted, so you're copying the format. If there is like a formula in it, you're also copying the formula. All you are doing is copying. Do you understand the English I just spoke now? Hmm?
Yes, we are with you, Vivian.
All right.
We
Please
are
say
with you.
it one more
Please
time.
say it.
I should repeat it.
You said?
Yeah, say one more time.
All right. I said if you are copying
Yes.
Excel, right? Automatically or typically what it does is that it's copying every single thing that you have. So if for instance you have values, formats and formulas in a cell, it's going to do all of that. What I mean by that is, for instance, I have um I have okay, this is a formula one now. Now you can see here, this is number 4, but inside the cell, you have a formula that this is the formula, and it's also colored green. So just in E25, we are having a value that is formatted, that has a formula. Do you understand? And also has a value. Now, if I still do Control C here, copying it, and I come to this place and I do Control V, what I have done is that I have copied both the format, the value, and also the formula in the cell. That is why you can see on G25 that I'm currently on, there's a formula in it. It is also formatted in green, and it is acting on the formula and is returning 0. Capish? So that is what copying in Excel does for you. However, in some cases, I just want to copy the value. I don't want to copy the formula. I want the formula to just remain wherever it is. I don't want to copy anything, just the values, right? So this is where paste special comes in. So paste special helps you to streamline your pasting option to what you actually needed to do. Now, to do that, sorry, to do that, first and foremost, you have to already copy out what you need. So the first one now is paste only values in the data set. So I come to 4, I do Control C, right? I've copied it, and then I come to this place that is F2. What I want to paste here is just the values. That's it. I just want to see 4. I don't want to see green here. I come to this clipboard, right? Or I come to this clipboard where you have this arrow. I click on it. Plenty things come out. I go to paste special. So you can see also once I hover my mouse around paste special, the Excel shots the keyboard shortcut came out. That's Control Alternate V. So you click on that, and then an icon comes out, or a text box comes out with all the kind of paste specials I can do. So for instance, the typical or default one is everything. No, that's not what I want. The next one is formula. No, I don't think I want to paste the formula. Remember what I said I wanted to paste is just the value. I just want to see 4. Go to the next thing, they say value. Yes, this is what I want. Right. So if I click on value, I make sure that, oh, in operation, there's no operations here. And then I go to what? Okay. Once I click on OK, you can see that it is just 4 that's appeared. I did not paste the formatting, right? That's number one way to go about it. Number two way to go about it, let me copy it, right? I copy it as usual. I go to where I want to paste it. I go to this um icon here. Now, you see all these funny looking symbols here, right? They're also your paste special um information. So the first one is just to paste everything. The second one is to paste formulas. The third one is to paste both formula and number formatting. Are you seeing it? The next one is to keep your source formatting. The other one is to paste without borders, everything with borders or without borders, blah blah blah, keep on going, blah blah blah. The next one, paste values. Paste values are not, so you can see that you have these options available to you, right? So you can just go ahead. Since what I want is just paste values, I'll just click on paste values and it will function properly for me. Now, the third way of going about it, I'm going to 12. Then I do control copy, that's control C. I go to where I want it and I right click. Once I right click, this is the one that a lot of people are used to. Once I right click, I come to paste and see the next one. This one that has 1, 2, 3 on it. That is paste as values. For you to be sure, first of all, hover your mouse around it and you will see what comes out. If what comes out is formulas, you know that anything that you're going to do is that you're pasting formulas, but obviously what I want here is value. So I'll click on this one that says values, which is usually the second one, and I click on it and then the values come out. So this is the way of pasting just values. Now in Excel, there is what you call the fill down. Are you with me? So in Excel, there's what you call the fill down. Now the fill down is this tiny box that appears at the bottom of your active cell. Now this is the active cell, and the tiny box that appears beneath is your fill down icon. What it does for you, or when you can use it, is if you already have a value that you want and you just want it to replicate or calculate automatically for you, maybe down or to your right or to your left or upward, you just hover your mouse around the box and drag it down. And once you do that, it's going to drag whatever you have up, it's going to calculate it for you and drag it down. If I want it to move to the right, it will go to the right. If I want it to go up, it will go up. If I want it to go to the left, it will also go to the left. So that is your fill down icon. All right. So let me just do Control Z so that I will go back to what I had before. Right. So in this case it's 16. I can just do control copy, come here and do control paste, and that is that. Now in this case, now they said format, paste only the format in the data set, and what it means is I have 4 here that is not shaded. I have 4 here, 8, 12, 16. But take note, there is one that has formula. You can see 8 has formula in it. You can see it. 4 also has formula in it. But what I just want to paste is all of my information here without formula,
Formula.
and also without, okay, just without formula. I want to see the words, the format. So let me just do everything at once. I'll go on everything. I'll do Control C. You can see it has highlighted it. I'll come to this guy here. I want to paste the format. I will right click on it. Then I'll go to where I see paste special. That's, I right clicked. This is paste special. I'll go there. I'll go to paste special. Then I'll go to formats. This is what I want, just the format. I'll click on OK, and then you can see that it is only the format that has been replicated. There is no values. There is no formula. There is nothing like that. You understand? So that is another one for that. Now, for paste Pasting formulas, you people should do this one by yourself. In your spare time. um
Okay, okay.
People should try that in spare time. Paste only the formulas, right? You can see there is formula in this guy, right? So let me just put 4 here, so that if you paste the formula, the thing will calculate with what is up, right?
Okay.
So wait, first and foremost, let me take away this guy. So that you can paste just the formula there. Don't worry, I'll send you this sheet again because of all these things I'm doing in it. Now, the next question is, your table updates on a daily basis, and currently you want to do analysis of the blah 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 blah. Pays values for the total sales on blah 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 below. So this is total sales, right? This is the total sales for 1303 blah 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 blah, right? So they now say that I should paste the values here. I should paste the values here, that they don't want to see what's it called, any formula or whatever, just the values. So first and foremost, I will have to highlight the total sales. Once I highlight all the information I want to copy, I'll do control what? Control what?
See.
See.
Good. Then I come to this guy here where I want to paste it. I will right click and I will click on this second one here, isn't it? Because that one is paste values and that's the information that they want. So I click on paste
Mm.
values and voila, it's paste only the values. If I click on each of them, you see that there is no formula in it. You can see. Now I'm expecting somebody to ask me, why is it that this one came out without dollar sign and this one
Mm.
came out without dollar sign? You not ask me.
So why now?
You've already asked yourself now. You didn't wait
When
for us to
are
ask.
you going to ask?
Yes,
Why
now.
not?
He was
What?
Yes.
daring.
All right,
He
next
was
time
daring.
I will calm down. Now,
Okay.
this is the reason. The reason is very simple. In Excel, there is what you call formatting, which we are also going to do, right? In Excel. We're going to talk on formatting today. Now, formatting helps you. For instance, now this one is on general. This one is on what? Accounting. So what it has automatically done for you is that this one has been formatted to an accounting mode. This one is still on your default normal general Excel mode. So if I want my dollar sign to come here, now this is accounting here, right? I can either come here, look for accounting and click on it. It will do the dollar sign. Or I'll come here, I'll go to more number format. I'll go to currency where there's currency. What I want to do is to put dollar sign. This is the dollar sign already. If I don't want dollar sign, I want naira sign. I'll look for naira. Naira is Edo or Yoruba or something like that. Where is you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Da, 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 da. So these are all naira signs, right? So I'll just click on any of them and I'll click on OK and you see that naira sign will appear. So
Why is it
that
showing? Why is it placing it to the back?
is the format. So if don't worry, when we get to formatting, we'll do how to do the formatting properly. So once you click on that, it's going to do the currency mode for you or whatever currency that you're looking for, right? In this case, it's dollar. So please let's stick to dollar, right? We are doing dollar
Yeah, yeah.
trades. Yeah. So this is accounting and this is currency. You can see the difference. Accounting takes the dollar to this side, currency takes the dollar to beside it for
Okay.
you. So that's for that one. Now they say you want to create a similar table to the one that is above here. Paste the format of the table below. So sorry everybody, I've already done this information. So let me just take away Let us put it back. No border. Aha. So now this is where they said paste the format of the table here. I want it, so you just highlight the table, you copy it, Control C, you come to the where you the address you want it to start from. You right click. What I want is the format, right? Or better still, let me just come to this guy that we already used to. Come here, paste special, go to format, click on OK, and why is it only doing it that one? Oh, sorry. I did not highlight the whole cell. So let's see if it's going to paste da. So paste as special, paste format, and click on OK. Aha. So I think I highlighted more than what I need. So the thing is going to appear as you want it to appear. So that's for that one. Now, we are going to do this one. You are given a table. The client wants you to format the table with the same color scheme. Example, use the same format. Okay, we've already done this one. But you can try your hands around it, right? Now, the next thing I want to show you guys is on how to do multiplication table. You want to multiply using your copy and paste, right? Now, we
Oh,
have
sorry. I know should mute first. Is that noise is disturbing my head?
Anu, please mute your mic. Thank you. So now we have what's it called? A table, right? Now this table is sales table for a company, a revenue and cost table for a company. Now we all know that profit is value added now. Profit is not minus. Profit is always positive. But there's something wrong with these people's information because their profits are in minus, they're in negative. You know, in accounting, anything that is in negative, they always put it inside brackets, right? So now you can see 155,000 should be what's it called? Positive. However, it is negative, right? And this is because their revenue is in negative. How can your revenue be in negative? You think about it. Revenue is the money coming in. So you cannot be having revenue or negative. So you've already identified where the problem is. Now, for you to be able to change your profit, right, to be in positive, what it means is that you have to times all of this information here with minus one. You know, in mathematics now, minus times minus is equals to plus. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to do minus 70,000 times minus one so that it will give me 70,000. Let me write it out so that you understand what I'm saying. Minus 70,000, right, times minus one is what you want to do. Can you please click on OK? So that it will change to what? 70,000. That is the calculation I want to do. Now, I already have the minus one written out here, right? Now, I want to times all these things with minus one so that all these things will change to positive. Now, what I'm going to do is first and foremost, I'm going to copy this minus one, right? I'll copy it. Then I'll go to all the places that I want to do what? I want to times it by, right? I've highlighted it. Now what I want to do is paste, but no, the devil will not allow me to paste it because once I paste it, I'm changing 70,000 to minus one. But I don't want that, right? I've forgotten that my laptop is screen touch. So I'll just highlight it. I'll go to paste special, right? Now in pay special, there is what you call operation. You can see this place, there's operation. That is, you want to calculate, you want to perform an operation, a mathematical operation. Is that I want to add or subtract or multiply or divide? But in this case, I want to multiply it. So I'll click on multiply. Everything is still on all. I want everything to still be how it is, right? You can see there is no formatting here or anything. So exactly as it is. I just want you to paste it, but don't just paste, multiply it with everything that is there. So once I click on OK, you see that automatically it has changed all this to what? To positive. And it has also automatically calculated this one for me to return it to positive, right? However, this guy here is a minus, and the reason is simple. I think revenue minus cost or something is going to give us. So this one they ran in negative because their cost is higher than their revenue. So that is why they are still on negative for this one. But for every other one, you can see that it has aligned properly. So this is how you also do a copy and paste using operations. So you can see that in Excel, copy and paste is not just the regular copy and paste. You can still do some other things. Now, there's also a way that you can transpose. For instance, I want January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. In fact, let me just write them finish. Let me just do it finish. August, September, October, November, December, right? These are all the months in the year. And I want to see them vertically. I don't want to see them horizontally. I want to see them in a vertical way, right? Now, typically, what I'll start doing now is start writing January. I'll go to the next one, February, and blah 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 blah, right? Or maybe since I have January and February, I cannot decide to do what to fill down. You remember when I said fill down automatically helps you to calculate according to what you have prior before. It will calculate it for you and return the logical thing that it feels it's correct for you. It's not all the time that it's correct, so that's why it needs to check. But I don't want to do this, right? Instead, I want to copy what I have here. I want to copy all this guy here, and I want it to appear straight down. So that is what you call transpose. So transpose in Excel changes your values written in a vertical manner to a horizontal manner, or the ones written in a horizontal manner to a vertical manner. So it just flips it for you. You understand? So I'll go here as usual. I'll copy it, copy, copy only months, right? Copy it. I come to where I want it to appear. I'll right click, right? Now you know this is your normal paste. This one is paste values. This is paste formula. This is paste transpose, right? Or you will come to this guy here. I'll go to paste special, and yes, I want to paste, no, I just want to paste January, February, March. I don't see green color anywhere, so I'll paste only values. I'll come to operation. There's no operation, don't calculate anything for me. I'll come to transpose. See transpose here. You understand? I click on transpose, and then immediately I click OK, you see it come out. So you can see January, February, March, blah 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 in a vertical manner without stress, right? So that is how to go about transposing data in Excel, right? So that is for paste special. You can try this one in the house. Transpose.
Sorry,
Okay.
Vivian, before you go first, sorry. So you can also do this transpose for all of the table, like this last table, January, February, March you just did. You
Mm-hmm.
can also transpose everything so you have the data, the values go side by side. So as you're having January, you're having revenue cost and gross profits. You can also have them reversed. So
Yes.
so that means you'll be copying everything and transposing at the same time.
No. So you have to copy. That's the thing with Excel, right? So you have to for you to do that one, there is VB. That one is advanced Excel, right? But this one you have to copy it separately. I come here, I do copy, I'll come to where I want it to be, probably here. Then I will do what's it called? Transpose. I didn't click on it. So I'll come here and I'll do transpose. and then it's transpose for me. Then I have to come here, do you understand? And do trans. So you can only transpose what's it called? One role at a time. Do you understand? But if you want to say, okay, let me click on everything and then come here and do transpose. Let's see what's going to happen, Sha. You can see. Oh, it worked, you guys. Oh my god, it worked. This is interesting. There used to be a time it will not work. Like you will do it, do, it's not going to work. But this is good. So in the Freke, you've discovered something for us, yo. So let me now see now
Okay.
if all of them will work. Let's see.
Yes.
Copy and transpose. So I think all of them worked,
Yes. So
which
it
is
will just
actually a
change
good thing.
everything.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. Thank you
Instead
so
of
much
doing it
for
one by
this.
one.
Yeah,
Mm.
so thank you so much. There used to be a time you will do this and it's not going to do that for you. It's going to keep on returning error, 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 error. All right, so it's good to know that Excel 2 has evolved to an extent. All right, so we're going to move on to the next. So the next one now is filtering and sorting in Excel, right? So filtering and sorting is to filter and to sort, right? But I don't want to follow this thing. Um, we're going to do everything on this thing, but I don't want to follow it like this so that we understand what we are doing. So let me go to cell referencing first before we go to. Should we do that? Should we do it like that? Cell referencing is somehow difficult. Okay, let's do formatting first. This one is, or let's just move from easy to the hard one. So formatting, right? Now formatting in Excel is a way of, what's the English I'll use now? Beautifying or putting structure. Let me put it like that. Putting some kind of structure right around your work. Now, what I mean by that is you using, under your home tab, you using your font menu, you using your alignment menu, right, to arrange your documents in a proper manner, right? So that is just basic formatting in Excel, right? Then after there's conditional formatting, which we are going to deal with when we get there. Now, first and foremost, let me copy this guy and paste this guy. Oh, sorry. And paste this guy. So this is the same information that we have. It's just that it is not looking the way it is looking in that place, right? So this is what we have here. Now, first and foremost, what we have here is coronavirus cases in Nigeria, blah 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 blah, and all of that is in I3. That is, it is just in a cell. However, in the original information that we have, it is across C to G. That's about 5 columns. However, in this one, it is just in a cell. So what they did here is what they call merge cells, right? So different cells had been merged together, and in merging together is just to make those other cells non-existent. What I mean by that is, for instance, now this is I3. You can see it is I3 here. I come to J, you can see there is nothing in J. Everything that you have here is in what? I3. J3 is still existing. K3 is still existing. However, if I decide to merge these cells, right? So I go and highlight the cells I want to merge it up to M3. I will highlight all of that. I will go to merge. I'll click on merge and center, and then it's going to put all of that in the middle for me, right? Now, what it means here is that there is no more J3. The only thing that is existing now is I3. J3, I've thrown it away. K3, I've thrown it away. L3 gone. M3 disappeared. N3, of course, there's M3 because we did not merge that one. So it's just as if making plenty things to become one. That is merging. That is what merge does for you, right? So I've merged that one up. Now the next one is I have state affected here. Oh no. Okay, let me just cover it up a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Close it up a little bit, a little bit. Aha. Sorry, it's too closed. Okay, I have something like this. I have closed it a bit. The reason why I'm trying to do this so that I explain to you how to go about your width and your column length and breadth. Right now, I have state affected. That is what is in I4. However, it's not showing because the width is compacted in such a way that the other letters are hidden. Now, to do that, there are different ways to go about your column and your width formatting. Number one, the first way is to double click on the border of your column, the column that is affected. This, for instance, this is I. So I double click by this border. Now, once I double click, automatically what it does is that it resizes that column to fit the highest length of words in that particular column. It's going to go. So if I have, for instance, state affected, blah 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 blah, the word is still going and the word reach somewhere like that, if I double click, the width of the column may be as much as wherever the statement ends. So that is what double clicking on your border of a particular column, that's what it does for you. Another thing that you can do is to go on that corner by your own hand, by your own self, manually drag it. So let me explain again. I will double click on it, but I'm not releasing my hand. I will just drag it by myself to wherever I want it to be, and I will release it, and then it's going to realign to wherever I want. That's another way. Another thing is to right click on a column, right? Just right click on the column. Once you right click on it, you will see what it has column width. You click on column width, and then you can now decide to say, okay, oh, it's currently at 6.94. I want it to be on 10. Once you click on OK, it will adjust to 10. Do you understand? If you like, oh, 10 is not okay for me, I'll go back again and say, oh, let it be on 15 instead. And then you see it, you keep on adjusting according to the number that you have given it. Now, why that one is important or why that one is nice to use is if, for instance, I want all of my this thing to be at exactly the same column width. So I can decide to highlight everything, right click on it, go to column width and say, oh, I want everything to be at 25. And then you can see every single column will be the same width. So that is just another way. The same way you are doing your column is the same way you can also adjust your row width. So to do your row width is either you are also double clicking on the border, you are double clicking and extending it to how you want it to go, or you will right click and you see row height. And when you see row height, you will, put in whatever you want. Maybe in this case, I want 12 and click OK, and then it will adjust to whatever you want. Do you understand? So that's how you can go about it for that, right? I think there's also how to do column. I'm trying to know where it is. Da, 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 da. I think it's here, format. Aha. So also here, you can decide format here. So you come here, you can see row height, auto 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 fit the row height, column width, blah blah blah, hide and unhide, blah blah blah. So you can do a lot of other formatting also in that place. So that, like I said, in Excel, there are plenty ways to kill a rat. If one way did not work, try the next available junction for you, right? So that is on column width, column height, blah blah blah, right? Now the next thing that we're going to be looking at is your font. So this is what you call your font family, your font size. This one helps you to increase or decrease the font size, to bolding or to italics or to underline. different type of underlining, whether you just want a single underline or a double underline, is going to do it for you. This is your border, different kind of border. I want to put only bottom border or top border or whatever, right? Also in this border, if you decide that okay, I want my border to be a certain color, right? For instance, I do control A to highlight everything, and then I say okay, no, I want my border to be red. So I'll go to border, go to line color. I'll go to look for red. This is red, I think, dark red. I think red. I click on red. I will now go back to border. I say, okay, I want it. Okay, first and foremost, let me highlight everything. Control A. I said I want every single thing. That's all borders. I click on all borders and then I take it away. And you can see everything is red. You understand? So this is also how to do your borders and change colors around the kind of borders that you want. I don't want the border to be thin. I want the border to be thick, very, very thick border. I will go to where I have border style. Sorry, line style. I'll go to this thick one. I'll click on it. Then I'll highlight everything again. I'll go to what's it called? The border, all borders. I'll click on it and everything will be thick. Mm? So that's how to um do your borders. So you can play around your borders and see what you can do. If you want to take away border from, let's say I don't want what's it called, border in this place, I come here, I'll do erase border. I'll go and click on the one don't want it to be. You can see it will just take away the border from that side for me, and I say okay, this is just how I want it to be, and then voila, that's how it's going to be. You understand? So that is how to play around this thing. If you want to use your hand to draw the border by yourself, you can also draw the border by yourself. You understand? So that is how to go about it. So there are more border styles. You can play around it and see. So instead of me to have line, I want it to be dotted. I'll click on dotted. I'll click on OK, and then I decide to have it done. It's going to do exactly how I want it. So that's how to go about your border. Now there's what you also call this red is disturbing. Let me take it away from red and put it at black. So I go to the border line color. Remember, everything is black. Double click and highlight all the place you want and click on it again. Click on black. Oh, don't stress me. Oh, I'm in class now. No, 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 no. This thing does not want to answer me again. No. Please, can you just get out?
Speak to it.
Hmm?
Speak to it.
It's angry with me. I don't know what I did to it.
Manage it.
Hey, nah. Let me see wahala. Oh. Are you seeing this thing? It's a vex for me. Oh, you guys. Okay, let's be doing it manually. No, I don't want that. Go 918. Okay, hopefully it does answer me now. So finally, it has answered me. So that's just how to go about your bordering. Now the next one is coloring, right? That's shape, fill color, and text color, right? This one will shade the cell that you currently are on. So for instance, now it's currently on white. I don't want it on white. I want it on green because we are mutual people. I click green. And then because of it
You
is
have stats.
green, because of it is green, and the text is not going to be so visible. Probably white will do a better justice. Then I'll go to this one. I click on white, and then oh, you can see it's popping out. So that one also is there. Kwa. Now we are still on formatting, right? I just said let me increase these three to show you what I want to do next. Now the next I'm going to is alignment. Under alignment, now you can see that coronavirus is in the middle, abi, and it's also on the bottom border, right? But in this case, I want it to be in the middle border. Like I want coronavirus to be in the middle like this. I don't want it to be down, right? So I will click on that coronavirus cell. I will go to alignment. This place that has alignment is under the home tab. I'll go to this one is middle already, good. The next one that is up is aligned to the middle. So if I take it there, you can see that now it is both middle. You can see coronavirus is now in the middle. If I want it to be in the middle, right, but I want it to be up, I'll click on up and then it will still be in the middle. If I want it to be at the far end, I'll click on far end and then this one is the middle. I want it to be down, it will be in the down. Middle, it will be in the middle. Up, it will be in the up. So anyhow that I want it to go, it's going to answer me. Do you understand? Just that I'm the one that is controlling it and I want it to be wherever I want it to be. So that is another way of alignment. There's also text rotation. When I mean text rotation, like I don't want it to be written, this one is written from left to right. That's how we write in English. Write from left to right. It's all this Arabic that writes from right to left. What I mean by that is your sentence will be like it will be going backward or something. But in this case, right, I want it to rotate. So I'll come to text rotation here. You can see angle clockwise, angle whatever, vertical text up is going to write it up for you. You can see how the thing has decided to write that one. I want it to rotate down, it will come down, anyhow that you want it to be is going to do the rotation for you, right? So you can see you just play around that one also, and it's going to answer you garbage in, garbage out. Now this one is indent. Indent be like paragraph. Indent in Excel English it is paragraph. That's what we know it as. So indent is okay. I want to increase the paragraph. I want to reduce the paragraph. Um, that is close to the border. Do you understand? So this one, I'll take it. You can see the way it's moving. Let me take this guy again so that you see it well. My cursor is currently on L4. This is L4. That's this discharged one, right? So you can see the way it's moving. It is different from your alignment to the left and the right too. And it's also not putting space. It's not putting space. It is all just doing according to what's it called? Paragraph. You can see the thing is still going. If I move it, it will still be going. So this is just like paragraph. You know how paragraphing works in Word? That's how this one works too. So it's different from to the left. You can see now I put it to the left. You can see where to the left is. You can see it. So that is just what's it called? How indent works. We already have done merge and center. So let me explain wrap text. Now what wrap text does is that wrap text, if for instance you have something written so long, for instance now this number of cases lab confirmed J4, let's say it is like this and this is the size I want this thing to be. I don't want it to go beyond this size, but there are still some things that are hidden. I can decide to wrap the text, that is I want to take it upside, as in the remaining words I want to take it below. So I'll just wrap the text and you can see what it has done. It just broke it so that it's going to enter into that, it will fit the cell size without the word spilling over and getting hidden. So that is what wrap text does. Now wrap text is also different from alt enter. Now let me explain what alt enter is. Now wrap text is that it's going to just help you break it, blah blah blah. If I click on this guy, if I click on J4 and I go to my formula bar, you can see it is still number of cases in bracket lab confirmed. Everything is still on the same line. right? Now let me explain what alt enter does. What alt enter does is, for instance, I want to have a lot of information in one cell and I want to list it out. I want to do a listing. Let me increase this guy so that you see what I'm saying. I want to do a listing. So I have number of cases lab confirmed, but I want to write number one, mega chicken, number two, KFC, number three, sweet sensation. Sorry, I'm using food. Me, I like food. So I'll go to my keyboard, I'll do alternate, still pressing alternate, I'll press enter. You can see that automatically it went to the next line in the same cell. So that's how to do it. Because if in Excel, if you go and do enter, it will take you to the next cell. It's not going to take you underneath that same cell. So alternate enter will break it for you and take you to the next line in the same cell. So now I can try to do number one, KFC, alt enter. Number two, TFC, alt enter. Number three, sweet
Sorry,
sensation.
sorry, Vivian, to cut you short.
So, yes,
So
one.
when you are doing this alt enter,
Mm.
it doesn't for is there a way you can also um what's this thing called now? Like when you block what do you call it? You know, normally once you are doing this as you are typing one, two, three, four,
Mm.
normally is in your MS Word or some other this thing, you can just easily what's the right word? That this thing appears themselves. You can whether you are using dot or any sign to number these things. But once you are doing this alt, it's as
Mm.
if you manually
Type it.
type. Yes. So is there any shortcut, any way you can make this? Sometimes I don't want to do one, two, three. I just want to do I just want to use those dot sign, block sign that will just list them. Is there any short form to do that once you are doing this odds in this same cell? Because
Mm.
sometimes you want to list some longer four, five, six things instead
I
of make
understand what you are saying. So that's one, that is bullet points, right? The
bullet
bullet
points. Thank you.
points, yes.
Yes.
So you know
So is
this
it
is
possible doing this
Excel.
odds? Mm,
This is Excel. Excel is not for document writing and all of that. Excel is for statistics analysis, data storing and stuffs like that. And that's why it comes in rows and column. And that is why you don't have bullet points in Excel. What you just have is your rows and your column, and it's expected that each row and each column will house an information. Remember I said in my introductory video that a column will introduce the header and the rows will introduce the attributes, and that is what Excel is originally made for. So that is why you will not see what's it called,
bullet points.
bullet points in Excel, because if I write number one here, it's automatic. If I click enter, it goes to the next cell. So what it's saying is that okay, you have saved the attribute of that first row, and you're going to the next one, and you're going to the next one. Is not it doesn't do Word. But if you go to what's it called, a Word document now, for instance, this one, and I want to now do what's it called, um here for instance, this is a cell, right? I want to now do one, two, three. You can see that
I'll do
this
that.
one has um listing already. So if I do one, you understand, I can decide that say, okay, I want this to be like this, or in fact let me just use one,
Yes.
two,
Yeah.
three. Do you understand? And then if I do two, it will keep on calculating it for me and be going like that, like that. Do you understand? So that is the difference between the Word
Yeah,
and
because
the
the
Excel
reason, sorry, the
document.
reason I asked that question is because normally you cannot just easily change. You don't have on these formats to just easily change from capital letter to small letter, just like you can do on your Word package. But it's over time, some people have come up with some shortcuts that you can easily just change uppercase to lowercase.
Mm,
So I was thinking maybe there will be something somebody has come up with again
to
to do
change,
this. So
no,
maybe until then.
till that time comes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So this is just how to break your lines in Excel. So that's for that one. Okay, this guy has gone up. come down. The what happened now? Anyways, let's just collect the formats. We should not kill ourselves. So that's for that. Then damn. I think I've done wrap and I've done merge and center. I think that's about it. Is there any other thing that needs to be said? Nope. I think we've finished column with formatting, alignment, fonts, blah blah blah. Right. So the next thing that we are going to now is self referencing. I think is it self referencing? Filtering and sorting, right? So let's see, filtering and sorting. Oh no, it's not here. I have a sheet on filtering and sorting. Okay, hold on. Let me quickly check on my sheets on filtering and sorting. Downloads. I'm coming. 1 minute, guys.
Is there filtering like ordinary filtering and there's filtering and sorting?
There's ordinary filtering and then there is ordinary sorting.
Okay, and there's filtering and sorting.
No, no, filtering as in filtering and then
Filtering
sorting.
is here now.
Eh?
Here now. I have filtering.
Is it in that sheet?
Yes.
Ah,
And I have
why am I
sorting.
not seeing it? I mean, am I?
Side side that formatting now. To the left. Sorting and filtering.
Which means it's not the same sheet I'm looking at. Though. Let me see.
The one you sent to me this morning.
The one I sent you guys, Abby.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ezel. The. Ah, it's a different sheet. Aha. No wonder. I was like, this sheet looks like one of my old Excel sheet. Anyways, you follow now when you get plenty this thing. Anyway,
No
so
problem.
filtering and sorting in Excel. Yeah, this is the shit I was looking for. All right, now let me. Hey God, oh, this man have on his gen. Let me close my window, please. This the how can you be in a residential area and you are using industrial gen?
It's okay. Can't hear me. I can't hear the sound of the gen now.
I hope it's better. Is it better?
I can't hear the sound of the
We are
gen
fine. We
here.
are fine. It's good.
All right. So now filtering, right? Now, when you say filtering, what comes to your mind?
Like separating something.
Okay,
When
separating
you
works.
yeah, when you filter something, yes.
Yeah,
Separating the shaft from the
yeah. So that's what it,
yeah,
it
yeah.
actually is. So to filter is to separate or to select from a group of information the one that you need, right? That's just filtering. So you have beans, you have wash beans, you are sieving through, sieve through, that's filtering, right? So now to filter in you might be thinking, oh, why do I need to filter in Excel? It's very very important, especially when you have like an information and you need just a particular part of that document. You don't want all the information, just one or two things, right? Now what I have here before me is a data table that speaks to I think sales data of a particular company, right? it has the customer names, it has the country that the customer is from, the product that they have bought, the name of product, the channel that they used to buy it, the date that they bought it, the quantity that they ordered, the price at which they sold it, and the money that they paid for. So this is more or less like the information, customer information, sales table or whatever that the company has. Now, for instance, I just want to know, or the person in charge says, Abike says, "Oh, I know Oluwapo," or "I need to know the total sales of super soft bulk product," and this is the information. So now you have to filter, because the only thing that you want now is super soft bulk. You don't need any other information, right? Or I want to see the total amount that Colombia has made for us, or the amount that we have generated from Colombia country. So now it's just Colombia. I don't want to see France, Malawi. That is what filtering is all about. So you can filter both with text, and you can filter with number. Do you understand? Like, you can actually filter with text. These are text, and you can also filter with numbers. These are numbers, right? Now, first and foremost, to filter, like I said in Excel, there are different ways to do it. The first one is to either, come here and, is that filter, to come here, click on the filter icon, right, to introduce the, what's it called, the filter funnel icon, right? So once you do that, it will introduce this filter looking icon, right? And then you'll be able to filter through the information that you have there, or you do your
Hello, Vivian. Sorry, please. Can you go back a little bit?
all right, I've gone back to this stage, right?
You okay? Yes, yes.
All right. Okay. So you might be wondering, okay, why is it that that thing just appeared only on one cell? It's because I highlighted the cell that I wanted it
Okay.
to be on. Yeah. So that's why it just appeared on that cell. So I just have clicked on J. Yeah, do normal. Oh. So I clicked on J. I went to sort and filter under the home tab. We're still on the home tab. Went to editing, clicked on filter. You will see the filter icon, click on it, and then it introduces the filter icon on the column that you are working with. Now, thank you, Jesus, they brought the light. So once I click on that information, the filter box will come out. Now, remember I said that you can filter by text, you can filter by what? Number. Now, what I have in this column is numbers, and that is why you see here you have number filters, right? You have then the other box that you can tick and tick off, right? Now, for instance, I want to filter this column by anything between, these are all numbers, right? So I want to see all information or all sales revenue between 5 and all revenue between 5 is too small, between 100 to 300, right? I'll come to number filters. I'll look through all of these. So I can do equals, do not equal, greater than, blah blah blah. But what I want to see is between certain numbers. I'll go to between. Once I click on between, it asks me a question. I want to see revenue what? I say no. I want to see it. Okay, this can work. I want to see it, anything that is greater than or equals to, I said it's 300, I mean what? 300, and or is less than or equal to 500, meaning anything from 300 to 500 I want to see. Anything that is lesser than 300 or more than 500, I don't want to see. So I click on OK, and then it automatically filters for me. You can see 300 is here. Anything higher than that, there is nothing more than 500 in this. So it has automatically filtered that whole table for me. So this is one way to do filtering between certain numbers, between what you're looking for, right, in Excel. Now, that's it for that one. If I don't want to see between anything, I want to see the top 10 countries or whatever, top 10 highest revenue. I don't want to see anything between. I go to top 10, right? This is already top 10, yes, by items. I don't want to see by percent. I click on OK. So these are the top 10 revenues generated. You can see it automatically does that filtering for me. I don't need to come and start sorting to see from biggest to largest or whatever and then start looking. So filtering can easily do that for me in Excel. Or I want to do greater than anything, I want to see anything greater than 300. I don't want to see it between any range. I just want to see anything greater than or equals to 300. You know, there's a difference in Excel between greater than and then greater than or equals to. Greater than means, okay, I say I want greater than 300. It means it's going to start from 300.1. That is greater than 300. But if I say greater than or equals to 300, it's going to start with 300, right? So in this case, I want to say anything greater than or equals to 300. Then it's going to filter. So everything here is already greater than 300. You cannot see 299.9. You can't see it here. Everything here is going to be 300 and above. So that is how to use number filtering in Excel. You can always play along all of these. There is also custom filter. That is, you want to do your own filtering according to whatever you want. You can see them here. I want to see anything that ends with, all this ends with has to do with letters, because you can't do ends with a number now. You understand? So if you want to do something like this, you have to be on all this letter kind of column. So I want to say anything that ends with ADA, for instance. So example now, Canada will come out. Whatever that has with ADA will come out. So this is how to do it. Anything that contains, anything that does that. So that is filtering using number. Now let me clear the filter. I've cleared the filters, come back to normal now. Now let me go to products that has to do with letters, right? And introduce the filter icon here. So let me introduce the filter icon. All right. Now in this case, you will see that what comes out is text filters, right? You're not seeing number filters here again. The only thing that is coming out here now is what? Text filters, and of course filter by color. Do you understand? But I don't think, okay, there's color here. There's something in black and white. There are some information here in black and white. I think that's why that, okay, this is it. Okay, this is it. I think that's why that filter by color came out. But anyways, let's stick to text filters. So you can see in text filters, you can also do, I want to see any text that is equaling. If you are using equaling in text, it means you know exactly what you're looking for. So you just type out exactly what you're looking for. But then why do you want to use that when you can easily use this one, where you can just type, oh, super soft or something like that? Do you understand? And you can see the super soft information, and then you can check and uncheck the one that you need and the one that you don't need, right? So that one can work, this other one can work. Anything that does not equal to, for instance, maybe you know that, oh, there's something that is called super soft here, but you don't know any other thing. So I just want to see every other thing minus super soft, right? So I can decide to come to does not equal to super soft there. So it will filter everything out and leave, it will filter all super soft out and leave that one. Anything that begins with, anything that ends with, you have an information, but you don't know the conclusion or something, you can just use that one. You have an idea, you can use that. Anything that contains, anything that does not contain, and of course you have a custom filter that you can filter by. You understand? So this is just basic filtering in Excel. Right now, let me clear this filter. Now I want to introduce filter to all of them, right? I'm not selecting, you can see I've not selected any particular this.
Hello, Vivian.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for cutting it.
Yes, sir.
I noticed you did filter for each one of them, and there is group filtering, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so before you go to the group filtering, let's assume I did a filter for revenue,
Mm-hmm.
just for revenue,
Mm-hmm.
and it filters it. Is it going to take the rest of the information of the role
Mm.
away from there?
Mm.
Is
So
it going
if
to
I
take the rest of the information?
so if I filter by just revenue, right? Whatsoever I am filtering for, or whatsoever information I'm looking for, is going to bring out just the information of what I need. You understand? And take out every other one I do not need. Of course, all the other attributes will follow it and come. Do you understand? For instance, now I filtered what's it called? I filtered I've top 10, right? They've taken the slides. Sorry, I filtered top 10. You're talking about single filter. So I made a mistake and did group. So I filtered top 10, right? Top 10. You can see these are the top 10 information. Of course, all the attributes of the top 10, unit price of the top 10 will come out. You understand? You with me?
Sorry, my network is fluctuating.
Oh, sorry about that. Let me repeat myself. So I said that I filtered top 10 of revenue. So immediately I did that, all of the attributes of the top 10 will accompany it and come out. But every information that I did not need has gone with the ones I did not need.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for that. So I am going back to the group filtering. Of course, if I want to clear this filter, right, is either I come here and click on filter again for it to go out, or I come to this clear and I do clear all, right, so that it's going to go take away the filtering that is there already. So now I want to filter everything. I'm not going to highlight any particular column like I did before. I will not highlight anything. I'll just come to filter and introduce the filter icon, and everything is going to come out. That is how to introduce the filter icon to everything. Or if you want, yeah, so that's just about that. Then you can also do multiple filtering, meaning I can filter by name, filter by country, and also filter by revenue, something of that sort. So if, for instance, I want to see, okay, let me filter by name, filter by products, and filter by revenue. Let's hope that works. So I want to see, um let's see. I want to see every name that contains I just want to try my luck, right? Every name that contains D, let me just say D, because I don't know what is there, right? And click on OK.
Sorry, please. You said if I want to filter everything, I don't need to highlight everything, right?
Yes, you don't need to highlight everything. Let me go
Okay.
back, Control Z, Control Z. So this is it now. I want to filter all of them, right? I'm not highlighting any column or any row or anything. Nothing is highlighted, right? I'm just in the this thing. I'll go to filter and click on filter. So you can see I did not do Control A or whatever. I'm in it, and then I just click on filter, and then the whole filter thing appeared, right? Now already in filtering, you guys are familiar with filtering, how to do, come here, type what I want to look for, and it will come out. Or I will go and unselect and click on whatever I want. That one is the basic one. We all know that one, right? So I'm not going to bore us with all this information. Now I want to show you how to do multiple filtering. Like I want to actually filter by name, by sales channel, for instance, and by revenue, right? So first and foremost, I come to name, right? I want to see all the names, any name that has D in it, right? So any name that contains D, right? I'll click on OK, right? So it has filtered all the name that is there now. There's D inside. Do you understand? Then I said I want to filter by what again? By sales channel. I want to see any name that has it. I want to see that okay, everything direct and online. I don't see any retail buy. I'll click on it. And I also want to see the top 10 of all these guys. I'll come here, I'll click on top 10, I'll do okay, blah. and then it shows me that, oh, okay, oh, there's only four guys that their name starts with D that are buying online and direct, and they are the ones that has, you know, the one of the highest buys. Do you understand? In the industry, something of that sort. So you can actually introduce.
Sorry. Yes. Sorry. And this what you just did now is interesting. So should I want to go same with this way? Will filtering a particular column affect the other? If I'd filtered top 10
Mm,
before filtering names with D, is it possible that I filtered top 10 and somehow I would have left out some names with the letter D?
mm.
I don't know if that question is
Yes,
clear.
I understand what you're saying. So you know the thing with Excel or anything computer is garbage in, garbage out. So at the end
Uh-huh.
of the day, it is what you want that you're going to tell it to do, and it's just going to take that information and roll with it. Now it
I
just
think this
depends
thing
on
needs
how.
specifics.
So it now depends on
Yeah,
how you want it to roll. Do you understand? If you say that, okay, I want to see top 10 first, it means on your own priority list in the fake top 10 is much more important than whether the name is D or the name is not D. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
yeah,
So what it
yeah.
means is that, let me go back, let me clear the filters. So what it means is, first and foremost, you are telling it, okay, I want to first of all see the top 10. It will select all the top 10 for me. Then and I say, okay, out of all these top 10, oh, I want to see how many people that have D in their name. I don't know if you understand the English, the way it's going. So
Yeah.
it will now select that one for me. Then it now say, okay, oh, out of all these people that have D, do you understand? I want to see how many of them that used only retail to buy. Then you click on okay. You say, it's only two people, oh, that use retail to buy. That is just it. So it now depends on your order of
What we are
priority.
prioritizing.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just to filter down. Just to
Yeah,
filter down to what you are looking for.
exactly.
I've suffered in this life, oh, Vivian.
Why? What
Ah,
happened?
I told you about the Nikon people that came that time. I
Yeah,
was working with a training schedule.
yeah.
I suffer. If I had known this then, it is well. Let's continue a bit.
Sorry. All right. So another thing I need to also tell you about filtering in Excel is, if you go and merge cell, kole filter, oh, it cannot filter if you go
Okay.
and merge
Yes, yes,
cell.
yes. It
For
doesn't do that
instance,
one.
this
You
is
must
super
unmatch everything.
105. You come here and go and merge super 105. Let everything to be super 105. You know, say, what's your name? I know you like to do this thing. You and Sunday, you have data 800. You go and merge it. Let everything to you. People are making life difficult for yourself and whosoever that is using it. If I say I want to filter data 800 now, I want to do only, I want to see data 800. You just see what will happen. Are you seeing what is happening? So all those other one that you merge, Choreo, it didn't
It will
see it.
show.
Do you understand?
Uh,
Do you get? It is only seeing
yeah.
only that one, only one of that scene, and then every other one that did not do this thing.
Okay.
Are you seeing? That is why, if you notice, if I say anything that is merge, I dey like on merge am. You understand? Because that is not proper Excel ethics. You get? It's not proper Excel. You can see that it is only the first one that it is seen. Even when you merge it, it's only the first one that you are seeing. So you have to fill it down now for it to merge. So that's another thing you need to take note of when you want to do filtering. So you have to look through your data and see or check if there is any merge cells or hidden cells. Merge cells or hidden cells. Hidden cells is, for instance, when you have 15 and then you have 17, 16 is nowhere to be found. So let me hide this one so that you understand what I mean. So you can see you have 15, you have 17, you do not 16 is not there. If I decide to copy this this place alone, I do copy, right? Okay, this thing is not doing how I want it to be. This thing should do normal. It's not like evil spirits. It's still not doing, but let me just try and see. Rona, Tad, Kitten, Rama. Okay, it's copied Rama. It's not supposed to do this way. So usually what it does is that this green snake line that is dancing everywhere, it will also dance in the middle too, meaning that it's not going to see that 16. So you just see about three lines dancing up everywhere. Do you understand? Let me see if I'll be able to do that thing that I'm talking about. I'm coming. Let me see if I can filter one and show you what I mean. So I have so let me see control A, control copy here exactly now. So you can see I have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. 3 is hidden, 5 is hidden, and you can see that there is the line that is dancing between 2 and 4. There's another line dancing between 4 and 6. What it means automatically is that it is copying only what I'm seeing here. It is not copying the ones that is hidden. So if I now go and do control copy, which I've done, and then I go to a new whatever, and then I do control V, it's not going to copy those ones that were hidden. Now let me show you that it hasn't copied. Let me go to filtering. See, this is Devin, Jennifer, Deacon, right? If I come here, you see it's Devin, Jennifer, Deacon. That third one that was hidden is not here. You can see. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Aphrodite is not in that new sheet now that has been copied.
Can check, please check it. Check it. If it's not there.
It's not there now. So Aphrodite
Eh.
is not going to be there. Zahir is not going to be there. So you can see it now. Aphrodite is not there. Zahir is not there. So these are all those other small small things you need to take note of in Excel when you are
So you
doing
just
this.
go and miss out information.
Yes, so that you don't miss out. So what automatically it has done is that, what I did is that I filtered out something. I filtered out direct. So the only information you have on this sheet now is only retail and online. That's the only information you have on this sheet. Retail and online, right? Because retail direct has been filtered out, right? So once I did that copy, it is only going to copy what you are seeing on the cell. That is on online and direct. Retail, it do not, sorry, online and whatever. The other one will not, it will not sit. Do you understand? So that is about that, right? In Excel filtering, blah blah blah. Do you get? Do you understand? Let me delete this guy.
The eye says yes.
All right. So now let's proceed to sorting. Sorting is a little bit more complicated than filtering, right? So in sorting, right, there are different ways to sort. First and foremost, in sorting, I like to start with this one. Sorting did not have control Z. Abi, how will I explain it? How will I explain it? By
You
for
can't go
instance,
Undo.
back.
e cannot undo o. E cannot go back. Cannot think that you want to go back pé say you go back to original mode. Kò lè go back yo. So when you want to sort, have that at the back of your mind before you sort.
It's better to probably maybe create a new
Sheet.
sheet for it.
That is one way to go about it, or better still, another way to go about it is to number your the information. So you have right? So you can just quickly number it so that your numbering has put an order to how it was before. You understand the logic? You get the logic now. So what
No?
it means is that this is the original state now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I decide to come to name and sort A to Z, code duo. This is let me try again. A to Z. Kò ṣe o. It didn't share. So usually, right, what it's supposed to do is, as I've done A to Z, it will also take, what's it called, with the numbers and change everything. But what it's doing here is that it has just filtered A to Z and is not seeing the numbers. Why is this a table? This is not a table. So why is it not seeing it? Is this a table? This is not a table now. Let's see. Let's do Control Z, Control Z. Da 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 da. Copy format, paste format. Let me try that thing again. It's still not seeing it.
Vivian,
Yeah, what's up?
so I think maybe to do you copy highlight everything to do that you want to do. Your cursor should be on this. That I don't know. I don't know how to use steps. So on this arrow on the CA, go up that arrow. That go to the hand. Just so do your.
It's still not seeing it. I don't know. There's something wrong with this my Excel sheet that I'm using. That I'm frustrated sometimes.
Should we should we try it
Can you
here?
try from your
Maybe
side and see whether if you sort the number also
maybe that one has been tampered with.
scatters? Yes. This sheet I've used it 100 times. It can also be the same in you people's own. Let me go to a new sheet and try. Hey, this is a new sheet, so you can see what it has done. I copied it out totally to a new sheet entirely, and it has behaved exactly as I wanted it to behave. I'm coming. Let me quickly carry my charger to charge my system. All right. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, for the NEPA people, why you doing me like this? You're doing on and off. All right. So I copied it entirely into a into a new sheet, and then I filtered. And I sorry, I sorted the name, right? And you can see that this thing, this SN now has changed from 123 to 49 34 51 blah blah blah, right? So that's what I wanted to explain to you guys, that if you now want to
Okay.
add it back, because there is nothing like pay it's going to go back to the status quo. You can now decide to come back to SN and now sort from 1 to 2. Do you understand? You can now sort back from 1 to, because you already know that the default mode is 1 to 100 or whatever. So you now resort your SN, or you do Control Z, but then you already know that it may not or may work. Do you understand? So sorting is somehow, there is no place that you will go and click on sort. You can't
What's the
sort
sorry please? What's the essence of this sorting A to
sorting.
Z?
All right. To sort, what does to sort mean? If you want to sort your clothes, what do you mean by that?
So I feel sorting is arranging, like all we have said. Excel is all about what you want. I could just say I want names to follow an alphabetical order. So I sort using alphabet, and in mind I'm sorting using this column for as in name, distributor's name. So I want to sort via the distributor's name. I want the distributor's name to be in an alphabetical order, so it's easy for me to know get sortingness. So I do names A to Z. I can sort using country. So if I want to do country, I want to do still name. So it depends on my intent. That's where we sort. So it makes it easier for me to locate what I want to look at or do what I want to do. So everything is just what we have in mind.
Yeah, exactly. There's no better way to explain it than the way you have explained it in the free. Thank you. So sorting, like he has said, is just arranging accordingly to putting an order to something that is scattered. Let me just put it that way. Something is scattered,
Okay.
you want to arrange it, blah blah blah. For instance, I showed you a sheet that had, I told you I put all PLC and life staff in one sheet, and then I had PLC life, written against each person's name, right? Now,
Very good example.
if for instance I now want to see all PLC first,
PLC star,
then all
yes, to
life
just
next, but
exactly.
everything, so I can just sort it. You understand? Immediately
So
I sort
PLC
it,
go one
you see
place, life will go
all
down.
PLC one, all life another place.
Makes life easy.
Yeah, makes life very, very easy. Do you understand? So that is what sorting basically is all about. So for instance, now just the same way you have filtering by number and filtering by text, you also have sorting. You have sorting by number, sorting by text, sorting by color, I didn't even tell you that there's filtering by color. There's also filtering by color, by the way. There is sorting by color also. That is, you want to arrange according to colors. And there's also a reason why coloring is also good to help you in sorting. So that one, okay, let me first start from the basic sorting. First sorting, take note. A to Z, right? So that is sorting by letters. That's you want to use text to sort. You can only sort A to Z, right? If you want to sort by numbers, you can only sort highest to smallest. You can see highest to smallest, smallest to highest. If you want to sort by text, what is going to come out is A to Z, Z to A, right? Simple English, gone, done, right? So that is for okay, by date you can also do oldest to newest too, like the most recent to the later one and all of that. So that is how sorting works. That's number one, take note. Now let's now do sorting, right? There's also what you call custom sorts, right? First and foremost, let me put this filter icon safe so that you will understand what I'm saying. So it's not like I'm talking without. Can you just get out and do what you're doing?
Náà ti tì í.
Aha. So now I have sorting by A to Z, right? So I click on A to Z. It will arrange all these letters alphabetically from A to Z. If I say no, I want to see from Z to A, it will arrange everything from Z to A, right? That is number one in sorting. So you can see there's nothing like unsort. That's what I was telling you, that there's nothing like going back. That's why I want to do control Z, control as much as I want, which can be tiring. Imagine you have tampered with that shit a lot. How many control Z do you want to do? So that is why having this your serial number is good. So you just go back and sort your numbers. Now that's for that one. For revenue, I want to also sort from highest to smallest. It will take it from smallest to highest, sorry, or I want to see from highest, largest to smallest, and then is the same. You see that top 10, then when after you sort, you now come here and highlight the top 10. That's another way to go about that top 10 thing that we did in filtering without actually doing filtering, right? So that's for that one. Now I want to show you custom sorts, right? So let me just do Control Z back. All right. Now there's what you call custom sort. Custom sorts means I want to sort with more than one value, or more than one column. Let me put it that way, more than one column. So meaning I want to sort by name, sort by country, sort by revenue, something of that manner, right? So I'll come to whatever, right? I'll go to where is custom sort? I'll go to custom sorts. Yeah, this guy here. So once I click on custom sort, it automatically highlights all the data I have. You can see that this thing is highlighted, right? Now, let me explain this text box that is coming out. The first one is add a level. Add a level means I want to sort by some so so and so, then I want to sort by another so so and so. So if I click on add a level, another thing comes out. You can see sort by, then by. I want to add another level, then by, like that. So the number of things I want to sort by, if I keep on clicking on add level, it will keep on doing that. If I want to take away a level, I'll click delete. It will start from the most recent, then by, and then it will take it away. If I want to copy a level, I will copy it and then duplicate it. That is, I already have the same thing here. I want it to make it to be the same, duplicate it to make it that. Do you understand? If I want to take the one that is in them by and go up, do you understand? It will go up and go down just to rotate it. Then I also have various options. I want to sort from top to bottom and also from left to right. I will explain that one later, right? When I start um filling in all these things. Then also my data has headers. It is ticked already and it is not showing. And the reason is because it already automatically understands that SN, distributor ID, distributor name, country, blah 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 headers. And it has taken note of that already for you automatically. So that is why it has ticked that one off and grade it out for you, right? So now first and foremost, yeah, I want to sort by name, right? We click on distributor name. Sort on what? I want to sort on the values because there's no color here in the this thing. Everything is values. I want to sort from A to Z. Yes. Then after I sort by name, I want to go to country, and I also want to sort the country by values. That is the cell values, right? And I also want to sort from A to Z, isn't it? Or no, instead, let me do this one Z to A so that you understand what I mean. Then I want to add another level. I want to also sort by products. Okay, let me sort by date. I want to also sort by date sold. Also sell values because there's no coloring anywhere here, and I don't want to do any conditional formatting. From oldest to newest. That is from the Tete one to the most recent one. I will leave it that way. Or if I want to do from the newest to the oldest, I can still change it. Then I want to sort again, right? By revenue this time. And this revenue, I want to also sort, um should I do from, okay, let me do is it too much information? Let me just do conditional formatting. So I want to sort conditional formatting. I don't think there's any conditional formatting on this cell. No, there's no conditional formatting. So let me take that out. I want to sort by cell values from largest to smallest. That is, I want to see the most highest revenue, right? By, you know, by the newest date, and also the country arranged in A to Z. I also want to see the name arranged A to Z, right? But remember, Excel, like computer, is garbage in, garbage out. What I gave it is what it's going to do for me. Meaning is, first of all, first and foremost, the first thing that it will do for me is to first of all go to name column. It's first of all arrange the name column by A to Z, right? When it has arranged the name column from A to Z, it will now go to country and now go and look at all the country and also arrange from Z to A. Meaning Zimbabwe will come first before America. Let me put it that way. But it will still try as much as possible to fit into the distributor's name that has been arranged from A to Z. I don't know if this thing is complicated or you understand what I'm trying to say. Then the next is to go to date sold. It will now look at date sold, still looking at the fact that okay, country has been arranged from Z to A and all of that. It will go to date sold and go and still help us to arrange from newest to oldest. And then it will now go to revenue and now look at revenue from the largest to smallest. So revenue is like the least important thing, the most important thing. Abi, what am I saying?
Okay, so I kind of, I
Understand?
was thinking, I was actually thinking. So if you are my boss now and you are giving me a deadline to do something on this worksheet,
Mm-hmm.
okay, please get me this distributor's name,
Mm-hmm.
and I need the country, or you are giving me a specification of what I should look for.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is when we can do this here.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No. If you are looking for specification, you just need specifications. You can decide to do filtering and all of that. This one is going to arrange. Don't forget, sorting is arranging.
Okay.
Sorting is just arranging. If
But
it,
the arranging, sorry to cut you, but the arrangement Vivian now is doing now is now based on different preferences.
yes.
So depending, like it's just almost close to what, just like the most important is the one up there, which is my screen is not very clear. I can't see which one is first up there. Sort by, I think the first one is what? What's the
Distributor's
first?
name,
Distributor's name.
distributor's name, self
Uh, so,
values, and the
so,
other is
so,
A to Z.
yes. So, it will serve the distributor's name from A to Z, then the country. So the country now, it will now by value. So from value now, it will now move. Um, Vivian, can you go through that again? So I'm thinking now, the thing is just, it will pick the first sort query, move to the next query, move to the third query, and move to the fourth query. I think that's how it works.
Yeah. So it will first of all start from the first one that you have asked it to work on, go to the next one. Or should I do it one by one first so that you understand it? I think I
No, no,
should
no,
do one
no,
by
no.
one.
Please, let's know what we have. Let's see what we have. Maybe we
All right,
understand
let
it
me
better.
click on OK. So I've clicked on OK, right? Now you would see that first and foremost, it came to A, which is the name, right? and it worked on the names, arranging it alphabetically from A to Z. You can see it. A, then B, then C, then D, blah, 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 and be going like that. Now it now went to country, right? Now in the country, it will first of all look at countries. Don't forget the country that we asked it to do is that you should do country from what? From Z to A. Is that not what we did or what? I can't remember how the information we gave it, Sha. But we asked it also to
That was what we did. Z
from
to A.
Z to A, good.
Z
So it
to
will now
A.
go to country and also do from Z to A, right? But in this case now, you are seeing that there's a little bit of mix up here, where you are seeing B is coming before T and it's coming before M, and then you are seeing B again. Now the reason is very simple. The reason is also because we also introduced another sorting that is saying arrange the dates for me from newest to oldest. So imagine if M that's supposed to be here, the date is the date is not aligning. I can't remember what I did for date, whether it is newest to oldest or something. Let's say the date is the oldest, and I said I want newest first. So what's going to mean is that it's going to automatically throw it away and go and look for the one that is newest, right? And put there. So that is how it will keep on rearranging it. Then for the revenue, I also said I needed it from the smallest to the highest, I think. So that is also why you see that it has been arranged, because everything is trying to make sure that it's going to return give you an output that all the sorting that you've requested from it is going to arrange it according to that manner for you. So now you're seeing A to Z, which is your most important query. That is the first thing that you asked it to everly sort for you. That's why your A to Z is A to Z, right? And any other thing that has been changed or whatever, it will still be rotating within A to Z. So for instance, this is um AT, right? B to R. If you come to B and you highlight B, the sorting also starts again. It's just like the thing is reiterating itself. It will start again from S to whatever that is there. Then it will go to Celestine, which is C, right? It will rearrange according to how you asked it to arrange. It will go to D, it will look through D, it will arrange according to how you asked it to arrange in D, it will go to E and all of that. After it has arranged in that manner, it will go to the next thing that you asked it to do. It will look at A again, all the information on A. It will now start arranging, oh, from the newest or whatever to the oldest. It will arrange it. It will go to B, it will arrange it, blah 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 blah. That's how it keep on working. So that is just what it is. So that is sorting. That is when you want to do multiple sorts in Excel. Expand the selection, yeah. So this is what it did. Okay, it did country from Z to A, then newest to oldest, then largest to smallest. Now, if I say, okay, no, please rearrange this thing. I want you to first of all sort by name, then sort by revenue or something like that. All you need to do is just to change it. Sorry, name is there. Sort by revenue next. So I want this revenue to go up, then I want it to sort by country, then I want it to sort by date. If I click on OK, you will see that the thing will rearrange itself again. Did it rearrange? I don't know if it did. I didn't think I saw any movement. But that is typically what it's supposed to do for you. So that is sorting Excel. It's just about arranging and rearranging and blah 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 blah. So let me just delete one or two, because I also want to introduce colors to you. This thing is not, did the thing rearrange? I don't think it rearranged. Okay, it's revenue, it did. Revenue and name is what I left it at. Let's see. Okay, so let's not do revenue, let's do country. Yeah, Z to E. This thing is not rearranging, no. Let's see. Aha. Let me do this thing again. Whether there is a yes tire for
Vivian,
sir,
Vivian,
sir.
I that multiple sum. itself, I've not really gotten it well because I think I was locked out in the middle of it. So I was trying to think if I've gotten or not. I'm not sure I've gotten it well. This custom sorting.
Okay, so custom sorting, you can use it, but you understand what sorting is about first and foremost. Hmm? Has the network thrown him out?
What do you say?
You understand what sorting is?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay, so custom sorting, you know, when you say custom made, you are trying to do something according to your tastes or according to your preference or according to whatever you want. So custom sorting is looking away from automatic sorting A to Z, largest to small